How is postseason softball any different, if it's different at all?
I think it's just the perspective of like being the last few teams standing. I mean, you saw the selection show, it came from 300 and some odd teams like the beginning of the year, talking about like wanting to be one of them at the, to be the last of 8 to go to Oklahoma City is like a big deal. So I definitely feel like postseason has that fun atmosphere, but at the same time the pressure because you have put the work in all through the season to get to this point of the year. So it feels like it means more in that aspect.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that. It's just like your last shot to go and prove what you have got and just to fight for a national championship. So it's just more like, I don't know, you get less chances because normally in regular season we get 3 games, so you have to like kind of be on, and if you're not, get over it and try to 60 feet to 60 feet in postseason. So yeah.
What have they showed y'all about Robert Morris? And of course, got to get that first one.
Yeah, I definitely think it's it goes to Seminole standard softball, like one pitch softball. I think we talked about more so ourselves and our work throughout the season and understanding that we shouldn't be trying to do something we're not, and knowing and what like we do best through our games from the beginning, preseason to regular season to ACCs. And just that body of work and what that means to us and like how we should go into the game against Robert Morris. And of course, like we live the hashtag smart piece. So definitely like watching film, having the talks, communications, how we're going to pitch certain people, but definitely excited to see them come in and have a game against them Friday.
For sure. I mean, I just always live by like anybody could be anybody. The game doesn't know if you're like 4 for 4 or 0 for 4. Like everybody's got a shot. Softball is very variable, and like who can win and who can lose. So like you just gotta be in it 100% and present 100%.
So we talked a little bit about earlier. You guys did about how this is school's over with. So now are you guys totally graduated? So both of you?
I have 1 credit in the summer to take just because of my transfer year.
Oh, okay.
But I'm in a summer class now, but. We chillin'.
I'm done. I'm done. Thank you, Florida State.
So so this is kind of different. I mean, you're used to taking classes and playing and at the same time.
Yeah.
And now you're almost, you're going to have Florida State on your chest, but it's almost like you're a pro because you only have softball to worry about. Do you think that's going to change? Is that going to be better for you going into the tournament, you think? Or
yes.
allow you to focus a little bit more?
Yes and no. I feel like there's an aspect of the identity piece when it gets to the postseason, when the softball, means more, whatever that feeling is. I definitely feel like sometimes like being the student, having that like separate identity of things you have to do can either be on the flip side, like, oh, I really don't want to do it. Like, I'd rather just be like playing ball. But there's also like a flip side of being able to separate yourself and identity piece, because sometimes softball's not going to go well and you got to go back to like, who loves me? Like my mom, like who can I call in that sense? So there's like a separation, which I appreciate, but definitely now, like this is the last year I'm graduated, I'm done with school. Like sometimes it feels like this is it. Like it kind of even amplifies the pressure of it being my last year, last time wearing garden gold. It makes it feel like even more so. And at the same time, I'm just really grateful to be around everyone every day at the same time. So battling a lot of different pieces right now, me personally.
Yeah. No, I definitely would agree. Like my class right now is online, so it basically feels like I'm done. But yeah, no, just postseason last few months to give the sport that's given you so much all you have left in it, so and leave it a better place than you found it. So
How do you avoid pressure of it being the last time around for you guys?
It's unavoidable. There's always going to be the emotions. It's about how you approach it, I think, because either for one, I can keep this internalized and I can just let every single thing weigh on me, or 2, I can like make a choice about it, say it out loud, kind of see it, say it moment. I know ACC championships, I was feeling absolute butterflies. Not so much I was like doubting myself for my preparation as it is like, again, living, knowing that this is the last time I'm going to be able to play for a championship game for the ACC. And I knew that right before game, and I was like, okay, I'm feeling it. I'm labeling this as nervousness. Like it's not so much excitement, it's more nervous, it's more anxiety. And I had a conversation with a coach, and like, I think there's been years of that. Like, thank God I've been here for 5 years, because I'm finally getting the hang of it, of letting them in my process, and getting at that piece to where I can just let that out and like understand that everything I'm feeling is completely valid, and I'm just learning to accept it and changing like a redirection, a narrative in my head to funnel it towards like the fun, the excitement, and then like this being a good part of like my last year here. So just letting 10 toes down there.
Yeah, I mean, as Mick said, pressure is unavoidable, but we always say pressure is a privilege. Like, we're 64 teams out of 3 some odd numbers, and it's just like a privilege to be here, privilege to still playing softball as seniors. Like, we're not done yet, so we get to spend however many weeks we have left with each other, training and just having fun playing softball.
Yeah.
Okay, have you come up with a makeup design yet for this weekend?
No. I don't know. I always feel like I've got some in the back of my mind that I'm going to keep. There's one in particular that I'm waiting to do, and that hopefully that time does show itself and present itself. But I don't have anything planned for Friday night, so I'm on the drawing board. You might see me scrolling through Pinterest and whatnot, and going through some fans' ideas tonight. So
So let me ask you, this is something I've never asked you, I always forget. How'd you come up with your walk-up music? So earlier in the season, this is for both of you because I'm interested. Earlier in the season, you had a different James Brown song, but then you switched back to I Feel Good, I think.
it was just for the throwback day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've had James Brown's I Feel Good or I Got You, and then it's like the parentheses, however it's listed on Apple Music. You get the MMO. But that's been my walk-up song. I kind of wanted to have something like labeled down from my freshman year, so it's like a ringtone. Like everyone knew Chipper Jones was going up to hit when Enter Sandman like hit the stadium, and so like I wanted a song that was like good for the family, good, clean, but also like kind of sets the tone and the vibe. And I decided my song's already a throwback, but they were like, oh, like if you would like to change it, you can. And I was like, you know what? I'll like flip it to one song since it is a special day. Like I went to It's a Man's World, and I just think that song speaks in volumes for the importance of like women and women's sports, because you finally give us the availability, the time, the money, and like we're getting the viewerships, and it's just fun to see this like sport overall grow. And I think to me, like life you wouldn't be anywhere without a woman, without being birthed. So I think it just goes back to the simplex of that and for what I stand for.
How about you, Katie?
Mine's for fun.
Sorry.
No, like that's a great answer. I just for me, it's something just like to get the crowd involved. I love like throwback 80s, 90s music. Like it's some of my favorite memories are me and my mom listening to 80s music in the car, just jamming out, windows down, and just having fun. So it just kind of reminds me of those times, just having fun, and just like that's what softball is to me. It's just fun. So.
And you've had the same one through your career? Or
I've switched it up. I've gone from, my freshman year when I was at A&M, it was, I can't even remember. But so, like the song from Benchwarmers, and like the Dominican guy comes up and it's the Spanish song that comes.
Yeah.
And that was like, I really set the high tone with that
Gasolina?
one there. Gasolina. It was Gasolina. Thank you.
I was like, the song's loading.
And that one set the tone. My second year, I didn't like my walk-up song at all.
What was it?
It was like, it was every time I'm in the streets, I hear, yeah.
Oh, I didn't hate that.
Yeah, I didn't, it wasn't
We went to the World Series with it.
Okay, fair.
like there's a lot of things that you can just sum up, like again, like how important it is to us to just like go to the OKC and like to be like one of 8. Like we're gonna remember all the little like gritty stuff of like those years and like forever talk about it. It's just funny.
Yeah, but I'm obsessed with my walk-up song this year, and unfortunately we barely got to hear it because we've not been at home that much. But it's play that funky music and vibe with it. I'm just like,
It's big vibes.
yeah, big vibes.
Big vibes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.